Today we're going to talk about how the geography of Utah affects the people who live here. First, let's review the three geographic regions of Utah. There's the Great Basin region, there's the Rocky Mountain region, which runs through the center of the state, and finally, there's the Colorado Plateau. Let's add the Great Salt Lake for reference. Next, we're going to look at how much precipitation each region gets. The Colorado Plateau gets, on average, less than 10 inches of precipitation a year. The Great Basin also gets less than 10 inches of precipitation per year. The Rocky Mountain region receives between 30 and 40 inches of rain every year. Most of this is in the form of snowfall in the mountains. Now we'll look at where people live in Utah. Salt Lake City is the most populated area of Utah. And in the Salt Lake Valley, there are over 1 million people. The next most populated area is the Ogden-Clearfield area, followed by the Provo-Orem area. There's also a good-sized population in the St. George area. Overall, there are 3 million people that live in Utah, with almost 2 million of them living here. What is it about this area that makes it the best place for people to live? Precipitation falls on the Rocky Mountains as rain in the summer and snow in the winter. As that snow melts, it runs down to the towns at the base of the mountains and provides fresh drinking water for the people who live here. Now let's talk about how the geography of Utah can also affect the health of the people who live here. One of the major considerations for people who live in Utah is the Wasatch Fault, which runs through the Salt Lake Valley. This fault helped to form our mountains, but it also puts us at an increased risk for earthquakes. And remember, the majority of the people in Utah live along this fault. Another way that Utah's geography affects the people who live here is the inversion. Because Salt Lake is situated in this bowl shape, warm air traps colder air in the valley during the winter. And unfortunately, along with the colder air, unhealthy pollutants also get trapped. Lastly, Utah's geography affects business and industry. Utah produces natural gas and oil. Our geography also enables us to grow a variety of grains and fruit and provides grazing for sheep and cattle. Another big industry in Utah is tourism. People come from all over the world to ski in our mountains and visit our national parks. I hope you've learned something about how the geography of Utah impacts our lives.